to Fame, Radio 1.
Seb Léger, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm fine, very well, thank you.
Should it be Seb or Sebastian?
It's up to you. Seb is very, cool.
Absolutely. So 15 Minutes of Fame is all about giving a voice to the talent from around the world. Let's get a bit of background on you. Where in France are you from?
Basically, I'm from Paris, but, I move quite a lot, so I'm from a bit of everywhere now.
Okay. Were you from a musical family?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Both parents musicians, so, I had to be a musician as well. No chance.
What was your first instrument?
That was actually piano, but, I wasn't that good. So I gave up. I was better on drums, actually.
Okay. And when you were growing up in Paris, what sort of music were you into? When did you get into the club scene?
Well, my first love was really funk music, actually. Black music, really soulful, and actually, but my first club experience was when I was 14. I wasn't even allowed to be in a club, actually. When you're 14, but so I seen the DJ. I was like, wow, this is what I want to do.
Well, who were the major influences on where you are today, musically and as a person back then?
It's an kind of obvious answer because I would say Daft Punk and Laurent Garnier. Like really two big French icons. That was my main big influence. That was very funky for the Daft Punk side and very techno for Laurent Garnier. So this is where I just came from, basically.
I was into funk and soul and stuff like that as well, and vividly remember hearing my kind of first house record. Is there one record you have that changed it all for you? There's always one song that you think back to. Which one?
Yeah, I remember when I was watching TV with a video clip of Lil with French Kiss. I was just shocked by the sound, but it was like really wow. I was young, I was like 10 years old or something, but I was really like shocked by the things. Also Technotronic Pump Pump the Jam, actually. It's a different thing, but both of the track was really like wow.
And when did it really start to become a career for you then? When you knew that that was it? It's DJing and it's making music. I mean, what came first for you, DJing or making music?
Well, I started DJing when I was actually 14, so like 16 years ago. So I started DJ first, and production came way later, like back in 1998 or something like this, like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So I was DJ first, but yeah, it took me quite a long time to get where I am now. I was maybe a bit slow in the beginning, but in the end I made it. So yeah.
We've got quite a few mutual friends, and everybody I know that knows you and has been over to work with you, people like with Chris Lake, Nick Fanciulli, Eric Prydz, they all say you're totally bonkers. I believe not until recently you switched to computers. Everything you were doing was analog. Everything in the studio was live.
That's right. I switched like 3 years ago.
You ignored all the technology.
Yeah. I'm not a real big computer nerd, so I don't know a lot about it. I just know my Ableton basics, and I really kind of manage with. I do everything by myself, but the switch between computer and all analog sync was a huge difference. It's a brand new world, but it was actually, I don't regret it, to be honest with you.
So you work quite often with. I mean, you're kind of part of the. Eric Prydz has always been a big champion of yours, and you've done music for his label. Tell us about that relationship, because Eric doesn't work with many people.
So am I. To be honest, I'm not really good at working.
In fact, I think you're the only person on his label.
Yeah, that's wow.
No, apart from Felix the House Cat now.
Yeah, that's correct. The new one, Friday. I don't know. I think because we're different, but we see the music in the same way. We really do what we believe in, which is kind of make us a little bit independent and very apart, because we do really our own sound. We don't really stuck to the sound of today or whatever, so maybe that's why we really connected each other, and we're good mates, so always good.
Absolutely. 15 Minutes of Fame on a Friday night this week with Seb Léger. You've chosen 3 records, one you've made, one you've remixed, and one you like. Let's kick off with the one you've made. Tell us about this track.
That's my new EP that's going to be released quite soon on my Mistakes music label. It's called Silicon Carne. So it's just, I'm really into the DJ tracks, so it's a really DJ tracks. It's not a song, whatever. It's techno, tech house, funky tracks made for the dance floor.
Here it is.